Hi everyone, this is Gerald, founder of BG Academy, and today I received a question from Aryan, and he's asking, when do I drive, net, or use certain techniques in badminton? Basically, he's asking, how do I craft a badminton strategy? And in this video, I'll be talking about 6 rules for creating a badminton strategy. The thing you need to take note of is that a strategy is a plan of action to help you achieve a certain goal. In this case, badminton, 2 goals. 1, to score points, and 2, not to lose points. Yeah, and a lot of players, they get caught up in this idea where strategy is like how to use certain techniques. That is actually a combination. I call them a combination because it is like combos, in fighting, where you do smash and net, drive and then tap. So these are combinations. They are not quite a strategy. A strategy is very dependent on the opponent that you play against, because different players play differently. So that means that your strategy is not one size fit all, but it's highly dependent on who you play against. However, there are of course general rule of thumbs that would be very helpful when you're playing badminton. So here are the 6 tips. The first is that vary your strategy according to various players, because different players play differently. So you got to vary your strategy on how to not lose points and how to score points. And the second general rule is that attackers always have advantage. The reason being is because attackers are always putting pressure on someone else, whereas the person defending is in suspense because the ball can come down at a very high speed. Whereas when you're attacking, the ball is up and slow. You can prepare, you have a lot of time, there's no pressure there. So that's the second rule on how to score points. The third is that when you play against the opponent, you want to attack the baseline at the backhand corner. Unless you're talking about a very high level of play, most people are very weak at the baseline at the backhand corner. So that is a room that a lot of you all can exploit. So whenever you have the opportunity, you hit right at the back to the baseline at the backhand, because people turn very slowly or they are very uncomfortable in using the backhand area. And then the fourth is to notice people's bad habits, because certain people have very bad habits, like for example, they do not have very good backhand grip. So that means that their backhand defense would be very weak. And for example, they cannot generate power from their backhand side. So what you want to do is, of course, once you notice the bad habits or weak spots, you pinch it, you poke it, you keep attacking their backhand. You see, that's one example of noticing people's bad habits and exploiting it. And now to move on to how to not lose points. The first and most important rule is that you need to focus before you serve or receive the shuttle, because especially when you are competing or playing a very close game, people tend to be very nervous and anxious. Like the moment you get ready, you receive, or before you haven't fully prepared and the opponent serves, you just move just to take it, you see, because you're not comfortable with waiting. So learn to be comfortable waiting, make the opponent wait, take your time to serve, do a couple of deep breaths. Basically the point is to get yourself into a peak state of focus. You want to get to a much better focus, high level of focus before you start the rally. So if you're receiving, just put your hands up, make the opponent wait. Like, then you focus, you breathe. You think, okay, I'm going to attack, I'm going to set up, I'm going to focus. So you make them wait, and then you receive. You get ready and then you receive. When you get to the state of peak focus, that would tremendously improve the quality of your rallies. And of course that makes you not lose point that easily. And of course, because different people have different peak state of focus, when you are in peak focus, your opponent may not be in peak focus. They may have lost focus because while waiting that are prepared to serve, then you make me wait for 5 seconds. They'll be like, okay, is he ready? Is he ready? Is he ready? So when they get anxious, that would also turn things to your advantage. So that is the first rule. Second is to reflect upon how the opponent scores. Like after a couple of rally, 11 points or 5 points, you notice certain trends. You need to reflect upon and think, are there certain trends or areas that opponents are scoring a lot of points from? Like for example, some players have very good cross drop shots from one angle, right? So once you notice that he's scoring a lot of points from that technique, there are several ways to go about it. First is to avoid, don't hit that corner if he's very strong in that corner. That's the most obvious one. And of course, the next one would be to prepare a contingency, like maybe you adjust your footwork, or prepare for certain to take that shot. So that's the second, to find ways to react to it. And then the third, which is I feel the most powerful, is to find ways to counter their how do I put it, special weapon. So if you are able to counter their special weapon, imagine how the opponent would feel. So can you imagine how they would feel? It's like, this is my favorite shot. Against most players I play against, I have this very good cross drop shot that always kills people. And then suddenly you come and then you meet this guy that can counter attack with a very nice net shot. How would that feel? You would feel it would really affect their confidence. So it's a good way to really destroy your opponent's mental confidence when you can counter their best shot. And that is but it really requires you to have a very good foundation before you can think of ways to counter your opponent's strength. Yeah, so if you're unable to, avoid. That's the best way I can think of, really, to avoid hitting to that area that is very strong. And that's about it, really. So once you bear in mind, these are the 6 rules, a recap of these 6 rules on how to score and how to not lose points. And I hope this video has really helped you. If it has, click the like button and subscribe to my channel for more videos like this. And if you have any questions, leave them in the comment section down below, and I'll look forward to see you in the next video. Have a good day. Bye bye.